Welcome to another Beacon demonstration video. Today we'll be running through user maintenance, how to add a user in the Beacon system. So users are what every level of access in Beacon, whether it's head office, back office or point of sale, have to enter in order to access the software, and usually each level of access will have its own set of criteria as to what it has enabled and allowed for them to use that user. So with the back office in this case, I'm going to add in a user for my point of sale. So firstly, I need to enter in my own level of access, which has certain permission. So once we log in, so from there we go to setup up the top, we go to users, we go to user maintenance, and then we go to add. So this loads up the screen here asking to add a user. So the first thing we do is a code. Now I tend to usually use names, but you can use numbers or anything that you find is helpful there. So in this case my user is going to be myself, Jem, so that's spelling there. But then the name field down further is where I get to fully spell out the name. So Jem Salamet. The next thing down is the user group. So this is where you give the user the certain level of access that they have. So in this case we have 3 levels of access to pick from there. We have administrators, which is the very top level, which would grant us complete access to the Beacon software at the front point of sale and here in the back office. The next level down is manager, which is usually there would be certain functions that would be restricted. The next level down is cashier, and this is probably what we need for this type of user, where it's just basically point of sale access and basically no access to the back office. If they were to sign in here, it would have a lot of features locked down. So we're going to go with this one. The next option down is department. Now I would say for most users, I would say this is not relevant. This is only for a very few number of our clients that use this software to specify this user is access to a particular department of items. So we don't want to let that happen. We just want this user to have complete access to all of the shop if they need to sell it. So the next thing you've got down from there is the ability to add in contact details like your address, contact number, and so forth. So this is at your discretion if you want to add it in. I will add it in. So the very last thing is the password. Now with the password at the point of sale, if this is intended for the point of sale, it has caps lock turned on by default. So you're creating a password, you'd want to turn on your caps lock key, just so that when you create this password, it's going to be in all capital letters. So the other thing is, if your password is numeric, only having numbers, it doesn't need the caps lock because numbers are not affected by it, it's only alphabetical. So in this case, I'm going to create my password, and I just need to repeat it in the same field below. Once I'm done, I can now hit the OK button. And my username has now been created. So now that we've created our new user code, we're now going to sign in at the POS with this user. So by touching on the touchscreen, you can press virtual keyboard, sign in with the user code, Jem in this case, and then OK. And then same with the password, the second virtual keyboard, tap on that, and then type in your password. And then OK. And then once you've done that, press the OK button, and that will log you into your POS. Now to take this step even further, we have a setting that will allow the POS users to log in with just the password only, which is very handy, but we just need to make sure that there are no 2 users or more that have the same password, because the function just will not work unless everyone has their own unique password. So firstly, before we can enable that, we have to go to the back office again. We have to go to Tools, Restricted Functions, and the list all users with duplicate passwords. So this will come up and say that basically any users that have duplicates, it won't show the password, but it will show the users with the duplicates. So we hit OK to that. And then now this is what we want. It says there are no shared passwords amongst the users in the database, but if it did have duplicates, you would see a list come up and you would need to go through each of the users and give them all separate passwords. So in this case, I'm ready to go. So I hit OK to that, and then I can go straight to Setup. I can go to Terminals, I can go to Change. From there, I select one POS terminal at a time and I bring it up. And then in the very bottom corner there, I tick the option that says log on with passwords only. If I have the OK button solid down the bottom there, that means that I've definitely given all my users unique passwords. But if this doesn't come up, then you'll need to contact Beacon support so we can assist you with that there. So we're going to press OK to this. And now once we've made that change, the update will flow to the point of sale, and once you perform your next log off, you should see this now come on there, the log on screen, and you can notice now the username is missing from there and it only has the password there. So it's a lot quicker to log in. I can just use my same user from before, virtual keyboard, and touch on the touchscreen to press my password only. And then OK. And then it's half the time, so very handy function to use there. Thanks for watching our video on Beacon's user maintenance, how to add new users, and how to enable the log on with password only function. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at support@beaconsoftware.com.au.